Welcome guys to another video. If you guys didn't watch my first video when I introduced myself to YouTube, please go check it out. In that video, I told you guys that I was pregnant. Well, I'm pregnant with twins. And I'm gonna tell you guys how I found out I was pregnant. And yeah. At first, I didn't know I was pregnant until I took the test, of course. So, how I found out I was pregnant, it was around February 15, I think. Between 15, no, I'm lying. It was around the end of February. So I was telling my sister-in-law how I was feeling. Oops, sorry. I told my sister-in-law how I was feeling dizzy and I would just wanted to sleep the whole time. And I was hungry all the time. I was having these cravings. I was in a bad mood. So I told her, because this time, like around this time, I was just like hanging out with my sister-in-law. So I was hanging with my sister-in-law the whole time because my boyfriend was working from 6 to 4:30, but he didn't get home until like 5:45. So I was with her the whole day, so I wouldn't be by myself. And I was new in this town, so technically her and her friends were the only ones that I was hanging out with. So I was telling her how I was feeling so dizzy. So the first sign, well, I told her this, and she kind of put two and two together. So I told her how I was feeling so dizzy because I was cleaning the bathroom and I was bending down, like picking up some trash, and I just got so dizzy that I literally had to stop doing what I was doing so I could sit down and take a break because it was literally so bad that I couldn't stand up. I felt like if I was gonna stand up, I was gonna fall, literally. So I told her, and she was like, "Girl, you're pregnant." And I was like, "No, I can't be pregnant." So this was in February. Um, During December and January, I had my periods like 4 days. They were 4 days late. So the day I told her was my fourth day. And I was like, no, I'll probably just get my period tomorrow. So, like, there's nothing to worry about. And she was like, girl, you're pregnant. You should take a test. So I was like, no, I'm just going to take a test and show you how I'm not pregnant. So she was like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. So that day I went to Walmart and get the first response. And I had a digital already. So I got home. That was like around 9 at night. So I didn't take it that time. I was like, I'm going to take it tomorrow so I could get you know, the first morning pee. That's how you call it? I don't know. So the next day, I woke up and I was on the phone with a friend. So I was just talking to her. Literally was just waking up. So I had to pee. And I was talking to her. I was like, hold on, I have to go to the restroom. So, and then I remembered. I was like, girl, hold on. I'm going to take the test so I can tell my sister-in-law that I'm not pregnant. So I went to the restroom, took the test, and I put it in the counter. So I was getting ready and everything. I even forgot about the test, to be honest. So I remembered, I was like, oh, hold on, let me go check the test. And I looked at it and I saw the 2 lines. And I was like, what? I was in shock. And then I couldn't believe it. I didn't cry. I was because I was in shock. So I wasn't crying. I was kind of laughing because I didn't want to believe it. So I was like, no, it must be wrong. because I took a test. I took a pregnancy test like 2 days before, and I was like, but that one came out negative. So I was like, no, because I just took a test 2 days ago and it was negative. Like, there wasn't even a faint line or anything. So I went to my friend's house and I took the digital one. And I literally, because I didn't want to pee. I didn't feel like like going to the restroom at all. So it literally was like, I'm not lying, like 4 drops. And it was already loading. So I was waiting, and then it came out positive. Like it said pregnant, because I took the clear blue, and it said pregnant, and I was like, what? So my sister-in-law got to my friend's house, and well, it was her friend too. So she was there, and I didn't want to tell her anything. So after that, we had to go pick up her daughter. No, I think we were. Hold on. No, we were with her daughter. I don't remember. We were going to Walmart or something. So I took both of the tests out of my purse, and then I told her, "Oh, here, I have something for you." I think I told her I had something for you, but there was a lighter in the seat, because I was in the back seat. So there was a lighter in the back seat, and I literally just gave it to her. And then she was like, "Oh, thank you." I was like, "No, that's not it." And then I gave her the 2 pregnancy tests, and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I started crying, and she was crying. She was like, "No way." I was like, "Yeah, remember how you told me that I was pregnant? Well, I'm pregnant." And we were all in shock. She was crying. She was like, "No way, you're playing. This is not true." I was like, "Yeah, girl." I can't believe it either. She was like, "When did you take it?" I was like, "This morning." So that's how it happened. And during that day, I was planning on how to tell my boyfriend. So I was like, "You need to help me. Like, I have to tell him today." We wanted to plan this whole thing, but I was so nervous that I couldn't hold it. So we went to Walmart and grabbed a gift bag and some paper wrap. So we put the pregnancy test in there, and I bought some baby clothes, and because I didn't know there were twins. So I put the pregnancy test in there with the baby's clothes. So he got home from work, and I was so nervous. I was texting her because she was doing something else. So I texted her, and I was like, "Hurry up, you have to come," because she told me to wait for her because she wanted to be here so she could record it. So I told her, like, "Hurry up, he's already here. I can't hold it anymore." So she got here, and I told my boyfriend, I was like, I have a gift for you. But since my sister-in-law had the gift bag in her car, she took it out and she gave it to him. So I don't have the video, to be honest. So she gave it to him, and he opened it, and he saw the pregnancy test and the baby stuff, and he was like, "Wait, you're pregnant?" She asked my sister-in-law if she was pregnant. She was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Now you're lying." He was like, "No, Reyna's pregnant." I was like, "Yeah." And then he started crying. He hugged me, and then I started crying too. And when we found out we were having twins was actually in my first doctor's appointment. When I found out I was pregnant, I was 5 weeks. And when I called the doctor to book an appointment, and he gave me an appointment for the next 3 weeks, which was I went to the doctor when I was already like 8 weeks and a half or something. So he was doing the ultrasound, and my boyfriend was with me. So, and the doctor was like, "Oh, here's one baby." And then he was like still looking around, and and there was another baby. So he was like, "And here's the other baby." he was like, congratulations, you guys are having twins. And I was like, what? We were in shock. I was just laughing because I was all in shock. I was like, I just found out I'm pregnant like 3 weeks ago. And now you're telling me this? It was so much to take. But yeah, we found out we were having twins in our first doctor's appointment because, to be honest, I've never seen an ultrasound of babies like that early. And since I saw, because I was telling my family how I saw it, and it was so weird because there were two black holes, and there was like a little peanut in there. So I didn't know that was actually like the baby. So I was like, is that supposed to look like that? And that's when he told us. And but I don't have any ultrasound pictures until when I was around 18 weeks, which is like 4 months. I was like 4 months and a half when I had my first ultrasound pictures, which is so sad. But yeah. Well, guys, I don't want to make this video too long. I'll put a picture of the pregnancy test over here so you guys can see it. And yeah, that's how I found out I was pregnant. Alright guys, this is it for this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.